Every night I hear voices behind your daughter's portrait, footsteps, whispering, someone is in these walls.
Do not bring my Emily into your stories. That portrait is sacred in this house. Old walls make noises, Naomi, that's all.
I'm not making it up, sir. I've heard your wife in there, talking to a man every night you travel.
That's enough. Vivian would never—
Let me show you, then let me show daughter. Please, just look.
What is going on in here? Charles, why is the help making up filth about me? You ungrateful little liar. Using his dead daughter to spread your lies? How dare you? Charles, I want her gone. Tonight. Either she walks out that door or I do.
I'll prove it. I'll prove I'm not lying.
Don't you dare touch that portrait, Chopper! Stop her!
Vivian, why don't you want her near my daughter's portrait?
Because it's all we have left of Emily. She'll damage it.
Move aside, Vivian. Naomi, take it down. My God, there's a passage behind Emily in my own house.
Charles, I can explain. It's not
I told you, sir. I told you there was someone. I'm not crazy.
This passage runs along the hall. It leads straight to my bedroom.
Charles, please listen to me. It was here when we bought the house. I never used it, I swear.
Then why do I hear footsteps in it every night you're away? Why do I hear a man's voice?
All those nights I felt sick, dizzy, like I couldn't wake up. Someone was coming into my room while I slept. I'm going in there. Right now. I want to see what's been living in my walls.
No! Charles, please don't go in there. Let's just call someone, please!
Why are you so afraid of what I'll find, Vivian?
Be careful, sir.
Hello? Is someone in here? Someone's been living in here. Right behind my bedroom wall. These have been going into my medicine. Someone's been putting something in. Travis! My gardener? You've been hiding in my walls?
Mr. Whitworth, easy now. Just put the light down.
It was you, in my room, at night. You and, oh God, you and Vivian.
You weren't supposed to find this for another month.
You've been poisoning him. You and the gardener. That's why he's been so sick. You were going to kill him.
He's a 60-year-old man with a weak heart. No one would have ever questioned it. And his fortune would finally be mine. You should have mind your own business, girl.
Hand me the light, old man. This can be easy. You'll just go to sleep, like every other night.
You poisoned me in my own bed. You think I'm gonna just let you finish it? Vivian put you up to this! I'll see you both rot! 20 years! I gave you everything, and you let that man into my home to poison me in my sleep?
I was so close. One more month, and it would have been over.
Sir, I already called the police. They're on their way. Stay behind me.
You. Everyone in this house called you a liar, including me, and you saved my life tonight.
I was just telling the truth, sir. I couldn't watch them hurt you and say nothing. I couldn't.
Listen to me carefully, Naomi. The moment those officers take these two away, the very first thing I am going to do for you is...
For 3 weeks, Charles Whitmore had been dying and didn't know why. The dizziness, the exhaustion, the nights he couldn't seem to wake from no matter how hard he fought. His doctors blamed his age, his heart, his grief. Because Charles was already a grieving man. Years earlier, he had lost his daughter Emily, and the enormous memorial portrait of her that hung in his study was the most sacred object in the house. A painting no one was permitted to touch. Not one of his doctors guessed the truth, because the truth was hiding behind that very portrait, and the only person in the mansion who had figured it out was the one person nobody would believe, a 28-year-old housekeeper named Naomi. Naomi had been hearing it for weeks. Footsteps in the walls, a man's low voice, the unmistakable sound of her mistress whispering to someone in the dark every single night the master traveled. And the sound came from behind Emily's portrait. She told herself it was the grief in the house playing tricks, that it was impossible. Then she watched Charles come home, grayer and weaker after every trip, and she stopped being able to lie to herself. So she did the most dangerous thing a person in her position can do. She told a powerful man the truth about his own wife, and used his dead daughter's portrait to do it. For that, she was nearly thrown into the street as a liar. What no one knew was why the passage was there at all, and why Vivian had chosen it. Behind Emily's portrait was an old servant's passage the original owners had built generations ago, running the length of the hall straight to the master bedroom. Vivian had found the perfect use for it, and the perfect cover. No one in that house would ever dare disturb the memorial to Charles's beloved daughter. It was the one wall in the entire mansion that was sacred, untouchable beyond suspicion. So Vivian hid her sin behind the face of the girl Charles loved most, and night after night, her lover slipped through that passage into a sleeping man's room. Because Vivian was not whispering to a ghost. She was meeting Travis, the gardener, her lover, who had been living in those walls, creeping into Charles's bedroom while he slept to lace his medicine with just enough poison to make a grieving 60-year-old man with a tired heart simply fade away. No autopsy, no questions, just a young widow and a fortune that would finally be hers. They were 1 month from the finish line. What they never accounted for was a housekeeper with a conscience louder than her fear, who took that portrait down, who called the police while the wife sneered her confession, and who put her own body between her master and the people trying to kill him. Vivian and Travis were arrested that night, charged with attempted murder and conspiracy, and the fortune Vivian tried to poison her way into became the thing that paid for the lawyers who put her away. Charles Whitmore lived because a young woman everyone dismissed as hired help refused to stay silent when silence was the safe and easy thing. And there was a terrible mercy in it. The daughter he had lost, whose portrait the killers used as their shield, became the very thing that exposed them. In hiding behind Emily's face, they guaranteed that the day the truth came out, it would come out right there, in front of her. But here's the part worth sitting with tonight. Naomi knew that speaking up could cost her everything. Her job, her home, her reputation. With no proof, and no one on her side. The safe choice, the one almost anyone could have justified, was to keep her head down, mind her work, and let the rich people sort out their own affairs. She risked her entire livelihood for a man who didn't even believe her. So ask yourself honestly, if telling the truth meant you might lose everything, and staying quiet cost you nothing, would you still have knocked on that door? Or is it easier to call it none of our business right up until it's too late?
Sir, please. Every